Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is good by sea, our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and fair. In every stage in history's page, advances spell you fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
And the 2001 Grand Final is underway. Dungesh blows time on. The ball goes down to Alistair Warren for the first hit up for the Ilfracombe Scorpions, about 20 metres out from his own line. Tom Elliott is waiting for it at dummy half, and he has a dart, and he gets out 25 metres out from his own line. 3 Barcaldine defenders to put him to ground. And the ball is about to be played back to the winger, Will Britton, and he has a run out dummy half likewise. Not much passing early on from the Scorpions, and that's out towards the 30-metre line. We've only played 3 or 4 sets here, and they move to the right, the Scorpions, taken by the captain, Jason Richardson, and he is put to ground. Glen Ivers at dummy half, a long pass away to Solomon, and he puts the big kick down, and it's down towards the wing of Jay Sabo, and he takes it, and he's met by 3 or 4 Ilfracombe defenders, and not really a very good kick there from Ilfracombe. Barcaldine getting it in good field position as the redhead Raymond Scott has a dart at a dummy half, and he gets out almost to the halfway line, about 7 or 8 metres short of that. Now as 2 passes away, it comes out to big Andrew Goodman, and he shoulders out of 1 tackle. He looks to get the ball away, he can't do so. He's put to ground by Alistair Warren. They move it to the right now, and there is Danny Arthur, a second man play, and Arthur is put to ground in a 3-man tackle as the Barcaldine side enter Ilfracombe's territory. The ball played back now and sent away to the left to Stacey Smith. He puts the little kick through. He's trying to follow through, but the fullback is there and cleaning it up. In fact, it was Darren Hode, the lock, getting back to clean it up for the Ilfracombe side. Moving out of dummy half, that's Rob Taylor, number 3 for the Ilfracombe side, and there is Nathan Brotherton out of dummy half. The fullback is brought to ground. Stacey Smith with the tackle. That's tackle number 2 as they come to the left now through Ivers, and he gets it away to Jamie Campbell. And Campbell is put to ground. Danny Arthur down the bottom, and over the top there was Lyle Balderson. As Glen Ivers gets the ball at dummy half, and he sends the pass to Leonard Herman with the next hit up, and Herman is pushed back by some good Barcaldine defence on the halfway line. About to be played back again. This is Glen Ivers at dummy half. Solomon at first receiver on the right boot. He puts the kick in, and it was taken well over there by the Barcaldine defenders, and they get it in pretty good field position. Liam Balderson it was, and the ball is sent away now, and this is Andrew Goodman, and he's tackled near the halfway line by some good Ilfracombe defence on that far side. Waiting for it was Mark O'Dell out of dummy half. He has a run, he gets the pass away. This is Danny Arthur, and he comes up to the Ilfracombe defence where he's met. Mark O'Dell again at dummy half. He's been playing okay so far in the hooker role tonight. Liam Balderson at first receiver, a cut out pass to Lyle Balderson, who shouldered out of 1 tackle. Throw a silly pass over the top of Raymond Scott's head, and it was taken by the Ilfracombe centre, Tom Elliott, and he picks up some good ground. He plays it back to Noel Solomon. He sends it to the left now, and Alistair Warren has the ball for the Ilfracombe side, and he's put down about 8 or 9 metres short of the halfway line. Glen Ivers is appealing for a penalty at dummy half. Should have got it, he didn't know, and the pass is sent away to the captain, Jason Richardson, and he's put down a couple of metres short of the halfway line now. Out it goes to the left, taken by Jamie Campbell, and a big run by the Scorpions second rower. He makes it into the St. Goannas territory now. It's about to be played back to Glen Ivers, and he sends the pass away to Solomon, runs to the line, puts the chip over the top, looks for the centre and winger coming through, and also the fullback there, Brotherton. It was cleaned up by the Barcaldine fullback instead, Raymond Scott, and he's tackled 3 or 4 metres inside of the near touchline. It was knocked on at dummy half there, I believe, or was it a penalty? Not quite sure. It is a penalty, in fact. The Ilfracombe marker's not square, and the Barcaldine side will get a relieving penalty down deep in their own territory. Joe Hoff kicks for touch, only makes about 5 or 6 metres, but that will give the boys a breather for both sides. The tap has been made, and the first hit up in this set by Big Johnny Ross, and he gets out closer to the halfway line. He's about 20 metres inside of this near touch line, and this is Johnny Walton now with the next hit up, and a good tackle there from Darren Hode, the Ilfracombe lock. Played it back to the far side they go, and this is Lex McCracken, a good run, stepping run. He's put to ground eventually. They have entered the Ilfracombe territory, the Goannas. The ball is sent away to the left, a long pass away to Liam Balderson, cut one out, got it to Stacey Smith, fended off one, looks to get away from another. He does, and he goes straight through, dummy beautifully. Down the field goes Stacey Smith, looks to throw the ball over the top, and he gets it to Jay Sabo, and he's put to ground. He's only about 6 or 7 metres short of the line though. Big chance here for the Goannas as they move it to the right now. A couple of passes away was Joe Hoff, and he got the pass away there to Johnny Ross, and he threw a silly pass. It went to ground. The ball's bouncing around. It's taken by Danny Arthur, but you'll find it's gone forward off Barcaldine. And now Liam Balderson has a dart, and he gets a flick pass away, and the Barcaldine defender there, or the attacker rather, Johnny Ross, is put to ground. They're only a couple of metres short of the line. They move it to the right. Silly pass at a dummy half. Bounced up though well for Stacey Smith, who got a beautiful ball away, and Lyle Balderson is over to score the try. He improves the position somewhat, has a dive, puts it down, and the Goannas have scored again. That's replay. Lovely work there from the Barcaldine attack. Stacey Smith did very well to get that flick pass away to Lyle Balderson. Another try to the Goannas. They're in control of the grand final. We're back underway here at the Barcaldine Showgrounds. Andrew Goodman with the first hit up, and he makes some good yardage out on that far side. The ball is played back. They keep it going that blind side, and this is Joe Hoff with the next hit up. He's taken in a nice tackle there from Glenn Ivers, the Ilfracombe hooker, with the bandage around the head. He's been getting some good work done in defence as the Ilfracombe number 9. And the Barcaldine side, they're making some good yards up the centre here. And the ball's being played back to Mark Odell, and to the left they go. Stacey Smith again to Liam Balderson. Short pass to Danny Arthur, and he gets the pass back to Liam Balderson, and Liam beats out a couple of more tackles, and he takes 2 or 3 defenders with him. He's making some good yardage, and he gets out of that tackle too. That was a great effort by Balderson. He's taken to ground eventually, about 12 or 13 metres out from the line. This is big Johnny Walton, and Johnny Walton gets towards the 6 or 7 metre mark outside of the Ilfracombe line as they swing it to the right. A couple of passes away there. This is Stacey Smith, and he steps off the right, steps off the left, gets the pass away, but it went to ground. And it will be an Ilfracombe feed, I would say. The ball has gone forward. That's what the referee has ruled, and the scrum is about to be put down now. And the Ilfracombe side, they go to the left out of that. They went the blind side and tackle number 1. They're about 30 metres out from their own line. Played back to Robbie Taylor, and Taylor was put to ground. He didn't make much yards. He tried to go the blind side out of dummy half, and he was eventually put to ground. They go to the right now, and Jamie Campbell again with the hit up, and he's been good in attack so far tonight. He's made some yards. At first receiver, Ivers at dummy half from Glenn. It goes to Darren Ivers, and he gets it to Alistair Warren, and Warren drags a few defenders, gets a lovely offload away, and they move it out to the right. Tom Elliott gets away from Mick Hansen, and a great run by Tom Elliott. Sabo eventually puts him to ground a metre or so inside the near touch line. Some good moves been put together here from the Ilfracombe side. This is Darren Ivers again. He's proving dangerous. He got away from one. That was the tackle of Danny Arthur, and he tried to get away from a few more, but the Barcaldine cover defence was good. Ilfracombe on the last tackle. The ball is about to be played back to Darren Ivers. He appealed for the play of the ball, and he gets it away to Nolly Solomon. He puts the kick up in the air, and it's bouncing around. Trouble here. They're going to get it back, Ilfracombe, and Alistair Warren it was, and he tried to throw it away, and he threw it away all right. He gave it back to the Barcaldine side. That was a good kick, some pressure there for the Goannas side, but they rallied. And they're a couple of metres out from their own line now. This is Raymond Scott running across field. He's put to ground eventually, about 8 or 9 metres short of his own line now. About to the right it goes. And this is Johnny Ross. He gets out of a couple before he's eventually put to the turf, about 15 metres out from his own line, a similar distance in from that far touch line. Next hit up from Joe Hoff. He angles his run towards the referee. And the Ilfracombe defence is there, and they come to the left now, and it's taken by Liam Balderson. He puts the kick in under some attention from the Ilfracombe hooker, Glenn Ivers, but the ball goes down to Nathan Brotherton, the Ilfracombe fullback, and he's taken in a nice tackle by Raymond Scott, about 20 metres in from this near touchline. Out of dummy half goes Will Britton, and Britton across to a run, didn't make many yards, about 2 or 3 metres before he was put to ground by Raymond Scott again, and Lance Volker was lending some assistance to the Barcaldine fullback, who's been having a good game thus far tonight. That was Alistair Warren with the next hit up. He's been put to ground, it's been played back now, and they send it to the left. This is Jamie Campbell again, and he's been proving a handful, has Campbell, running wide of the ruck, and he's been creating the odd problem or two out wide for the Scorpions as they come to the right now. This is Noel Solomon, gets the pass away to Tom Elliott, but he's taken in a nice tackle, a great tackle that was. McAnson, I think it was, on that left side. On the last tackle now, they come to the left. This is Solomon, he puts the kick up, the left foot bomb goes up in the air. Lex McCracken's made a meal of it, it's been knocked on, and the Ilfracombe side will get the scrum feed about 15 metres out from the Barcaldine line. The scrum is about to be fed. A chance here for the Scorpions to go on the attack, and he's just holding up the scrum. Here is Dougie Gesh, he's about to feed it again, and it goes in. It's been taken out of the lock position by Darren Hode. He gets it away to Darren Ivers, and he sends Matt Young on a saloon passage to the try line. On that left side, Matty Young has crossed, and the Scorpions are back at 6 points to 4. The Sangonas are in front. That was lovely work. Out of the lock position was Darren Hode. He did very well, good vision there, and he linked up with Darren Ivers, and the kick was unsuccessful. It was a shocker, in fact, out on that far side. Low trajectory, and it was never really a threat as the Sangonas kick off again, and the Barcaldine side, they have a 2-point lead in this grand final as the Ilfracombe boys, they try to rally. They are only 2 points behind, but they're playing some good football at the moment, and that was Alistair Warren making some ground out of his own area, and he gets out towards the 30-metre line. The next tackle there has been affected on the Ilfracombe winger, that being Will Britton on this near side. He's been running sideways a lot tonight. That pass was bad. It went behind the Ilfracombe first receiver, who it was intended to. It was eventually picked up by Jason Richardson, the captain, cleaning up the mistakes of his teammates, and he wouldn't like to do that on too many occasions tonight. The next hit up is made by Scott Stewart out on that left side, and he's been put to ground in the Stacey Smith and Joe Hoff tackle. Noel Solomon again at first receiver, under pressure, gets it away. The kick was tried to be put in by Richardson. It ricocheted off a Barky player, went out on that far left-hand side. It was picked up and thrown back inside. Trying to clean it up there was Matty Young, but he couldn't, and the Barcaldine side have got it through. Big Lance Volker, he did well there to get across and clean the dregs up. That's Johnny Walton on that right side. He's taken in a good ankle taking tackle by the Ilfracombe defence. They come to the centre of the ground, or towards the centre of the ground, and Joe Hoff with the next hit up now. He's just outside the 20-metre mark, the red zone for the Ilfracombe side. They bring it to the left now. Lovely inside pass to Stacey Smith. He gets it away to Raymond Scott. Does the in and away on the fullback, and he goes in to score a lovely Barcaldine try, and they extend their lead now. It is 10 points to 4 with a kick to come. Great work, and Raymond Scott on the end of that, on the end of some brilliant up work, and the Goannas extend their lead. This is the replay. There it is. Stacey Smith, beautiful ball to Raymond Scott, and Scott accelerated. He did the in and away on the fullback. Wasn't in fact the fullback, it was Tommy Elliott trying to get across, but he couldn't. I'm not quite sure where the fullback was there, Nathan Brotherton. He was where he should have been. It was trying to make some tackles. But the Ilfracombe side, they're trying to rally here, and they're doing some good work out there towards the Barcaldine line. They're only about 8 metres short of that, and it's Leonard Herman that's tackled. Darren Hode is taken from dummy half, and a good tackle. Not sure if the markers were square there, but the Ilfracombe side spring it to the right now through Noel Solomon. He holds the pass up, sends it away. Lovely defence on that far side, taking the Ilfracombe Scorpions winger, the fullback, that was Nathan Brotherton now, and the Ilfracombe side have tackled. It was a forward pass, it must have been out of dummy half, I believe. Alistair Warren was tackled, but the ball has gone forward somewhere from the Ilfracombe side, and in fact it's been deliberately thrown forward, and it will be a penalty to the Barcaldine Sangonas. It was poor work there from the Ilfracombe side. They had a chance, but they threw it away. And a good kick downfield, good field position here, and the Sangonas should be able to hit back. The ball is about to be tapped by Mark O'Dell, and he sends the pass away to Lance Volker, and Volker running at the Ilfracombe defence, and he's played very well since he has come onto the field. Started on the interchange bench, but he's had an effect out there tonight, as has this man, John Ross, and he makes it into the Ilfracombe territory by about 10 or 12 metres, and another chance here to go further in front. They lead by 12 points to 4. John Walton's been good tonight, running wide of the ruck. He's a mobile back rower. He's making some good yardage, and he is also causing some problems for them. The ball played back now to Lyle Balderson, and he sends the pass away to Liam, and he gets it away now to Danny Arthur and away to Raymond Scott, who has put it down out on this near side. They had a chance to put some more points on the board, but nothing was to come of it, and there is a fight happening out on the eastern side of the field. Not quite sure what happened there, who started. There's Scotty Stewart and also Lyle Balderson going for it. They're throwing punches left, right and centre, and all the Barkey boys and the Ilfracombe boys, they're all getting into it. And the big melee out on that eastern side of the field. Back on this western side of the field, the Barcaldine side almost put some points on the board. Raymond Scott put it down under some attention from the Ilfracombe defence. Back on where it all started, back on the other side of the field, there has, in fact, a fight has started over there, and the referee Doug Gesh is trying to get some control happening out there. He hasn't been successful too many times tonight at that, but he's trying to just control the situation out there, trying to cool the boys down. He's calling out the Ilfracombe captain, Jason Richardson, and also Scott Stewart, who was in that fight there with Lyle Balderson, and he'll probably also be called out along with the Barcaldine captain Danny Arthur. And in fact, he has been called out now, and Scott Stewart is coming towards where our broadcast position is. He's walking this way, and he's been given 10 minutes in the sin bin. Lyle Balderson, both have been given 10. And he's running off the field as quick as he possibly can, because that 10 minutes only starts when he has made his way off the markings, the white markings, and he's running very quickly. He might have been saying something there to one of the Ilfracombe players. The ball has been fed. The scrum has been fed and won by the Ilfracombe side, and a couple of passes away out on that far side was Tommy Elliott, and he was put to ground near the halfway line. It's about to be played back to Rob Taylor, and he has a dart at a dummy half, but that dart only yielded about 2 metres before the Barcaldine markers came down on him. David Hancock at dummy half, and he sends the pass away, taken by Jason Richardson, and he's put to ground. Glenn Ivers at dummy half, away it goes to Darren Ivers. The angled run across field gets the pass away to Darren Hode, but he's monstered in the tackle by there it was Johnny Ross, I believe, and he had some assistance from Liam Balderson. The ball played back now to Darren Ivers, and he sends it out to the left. A couple of passes away was Noel Solomon. He held the pass up, a cut-out ball. It goes. David Hancock was back on the inside, and he's been taken to ground. He has entered the Barcaldine territory, though. The ball played back out on that far side to Matty Young, to Noel Solomon. He flicked past the ball away. It went to Tommy Elliott. He put the kick downfield, and not much pressure though there for Raymond Scott. He took it easily, and he comes out towards the 20-metre line. He drags 3 or 4 Ilfracombe defenders with him, and one in fact even dropped off. That was Alistair Warren, so a good tough run there. There's Jay Sabo at a dummy half, and he has a dart up towards the 35-metre point. Liam Balderson's waiting for it at dummy half, and he has a go at a dummy half, a jinking run, and takes 2 defenders to put him to ground. Alistair Warren was over the top. The ball is about to be played back, and it has been done so now, and it goes to the right, taken by John Ross, and they've made their way into the Scorpion territory now, and a cut-out pass there. It goes to Danny Arthur, and across field it goes, and back on the angle run to Lex McCracken. He stepped off the right boot before he's put to ground, and the Barcaldine side are now on the last tackle. As Danny Arthur sends a long ball away, it goes to Stacey Smith. He just stands in the middle of the field. What will I do? I'll put the bomb up, he said, and he put it up, and it's been pretty effective because the Sandrunners have got it, but they've thrown the pass away. It was taken by Will Britton, and the numbers going there, the Ilfracombe Scorpions had to get it because they had about 5 on 2, and they eventually had to get the ball, and they did so, but they didn't make much ground. And Rob Taylor has been put to ground as Alistair Warren sends the pass away to Noel Solomon, and it's been put down by Richardson. The captain has dropped it cold, and the Barcaldine side will get a scrum feed about 35 metres out from the goal line. It's about to be fed now by Liam Balderson. It's 12 points to 4 in favour of the Barcaldine Goannas. They're in control of the grand final. Liam Balderson has a run. Darren Ivers goes with him, and Noel Solomon was there to lend some assistance to put Balderson to ground, but he made up about 15 metres, and they're just short of the 20-metre line as they come to the right now. And that was Lance Volker, and he's made it into the red zone of the Scorpions, 19 metres out. Out of dummy half goes Mark Odell. He throws a dummy, gets away from one, gets away from another, but he's put to ground. A leg pulling tackle tackle there by Darren Hode. They come to the right now, and it's taken by out there Stacey Smith. A beautiful cut-out ball. He cut about 2 or 3 defenders out, 2 or 3 attackers out, and going over to score. It was Lex McCracken. That was beautifully constructed. And that's Stacey Smith at his best. He cuts out John Ross here. He was one decoy runner. Danny Arthur was another decoy runner. 3 or 4 defenders had just been cut out completely there. They had no chance. And Lex McCracken on a free run to the line. He was untouched to put it down. And the Goannas now lead by 16 points to 4 with a kick to come. Kick's been waved away there from the Barcaldine side, so the score remains Barcaldine 16, leading Ilfracombe 4. They're in control, the Goannas. They do lead by 12 points. We're about to get back underway with the boot of Jason Richardson, and he puts it down. It sits up there for Raymond Scott. He offloads it away to Andrew Goodman, who comes back, and he's been a handful tonight for the Scorpions defence. And on that occasion, he wasn't even able to be put to ground. Ooh, there's Stacey Smith and Darren Ivers having a few words to each other. And Ivers actually pointed at him saying, "I'll get you, son." And Stacey Smith probably had the same thoughts in his mind too. And Lance Volker out there, once again, he couldn't be put to ground. He's been proving a handful. Joe Hoff's been good up the centre tonight. He's been put to ground on that occasion. He's trying to wrestle out of the tackle. And he's about to play it back now. They go to the right side, and it's been taken by Danny Arthur. He puts the right foot step. Couldn't fill the Ilfracombe defence this time. They're failing to get out of the play of the ball. Probably should have been a penalty to the Goannas on that occasion. They come to the left now through Liam Balderson. The kick's been put in there by Stacey Smith, not played out by Ilfracombe. The Goannas will get it back, but they are on the last. Played back now to Stacey Smith, and he sends the pass away. And the kick's been put in there by Balderson. It should be taken by the fullback. It is pretty safely in Nathan Brotherton, and he's put to ground about 10 metres out from his own line. So nothing really coming there for the Goannas, but he set himself well there, Nathan Brotherton, on a rare occasion tonight. He's been in the right place, and he took the bomb on the full. The tackle there made out of dummy half by Andrew Goodman, putting Matty Young to ground. And this is Alistair Warren, and the second rower for the Scorpions has been thrown on the deck. And a nice tackle there by Mark O'Dell. And this is Darren Hode. He goes across field, beats one, but he's taken in a beautiful tackle by Mick Hanson on tackle number 3. Tom Elliott out of dummy half, and he puts a long pass away, and the kick has been put downfield, but straight down the throat of the fullback Raymond Scott, and he's got plenty of time to assess the situation, and he comes back, but he's been met by some good Ilfracombe defence, and that has been a rarity tonight. Now away goes Danny Arthur down on that right side a few times tonight. He's been able to link up with Lex McCracken, and they're proving pretty dangerous down that far side. They've been making many yards every time that he's decided to make a trip down that right side. This is Joe Hoff on the angled run out towards that far eastern side of the ground. Ball is about to be played back to Mark O'Dell. Should have been a penalty to the Goannas. Makes no difference though. They come to the right, and this is Liam Balderson. He's been tackled by 2 or 3 Ilfracombe defenders. Tries to push the pass out the back. Thought better of it though. And they come to the left now, and it's taken by Stacey Smith, and he puts the big one up. There's plenty of pressure here. Who's going to take it? The ball comes down, and Ilfracombe have got the ball. It was a pretty sticky situation, but they did pretty well there, the Ilfracombe side, and they get out just over the 20-metre line, about 21 metres out from their own line. And Tom Elliott, that first receiver, he's played well tonight. He's taken a bit of responsibility. He's made a few hit-ups, and his defence has been pretty good. This is Richardson again, and he's been pushed back. Very good defence there from the Goannas. And Richardson doesn't like that, but he can't do much about it. It was this good, solid, barky defence, and the ball's been put down on that left side. It was a horrible pass out of dummy half. Noel Solomon, probably no fault of his. He couldn't do anything about that. And the Barcaldine side will get a scrum feed about 30 to 40 metres out from the Ilfracombe line, and a perfect attacking opportunity again. They lead by 16 points to 4, a 12-point lead. In the grand final for 2001, going for 4 straight premierships, the Goannas, and they're on target to doing so. Now Danny Arthur again on that right side, standing out of the scrum. This time he couldn't get the pass away to Lex McCracken, but this time the Ilfracombe defence were awake to it, and they didn't let any points in on that far side. But going straight through there was Jed Mitchell, and a fantastic run by Mitchell, he's gone over to score a try. Jed Mitchell has scored. It's a try, and another fight is happening. Another fight is on here, ladies and gentlemen. You won't believe this. Second melee tonight. Jed Mitchell has crossed to score for the Barcaldine Goannas, and he just raced straight out of dummy half, and he put it down, and the lead is now 20 points to 4. They do have a kick to come, and it certainly is a gettable kick. As Jed Mitchell out, first receiver just went straight through, cut across the ruck, beat one, beat two. The defence looked as if they were going to bring him down, but he rolled out of one tackle, and then he dragged another defender over to him. No double movement because the ball was grounded bang on the chalk, and that is a try to the Goannas. And the captains are being spoken to once again by the referee. Doug Guess, he hasn't really been giving too many penalties out there thus far tonight. There's been a few fisticuffs between both sides, and he has yet to give too many penalties. He's giving both players, both the captains, a reprimand, but no sin biddings this occasion. The flags have been raised to get the job off. He's been kicking nicely tonight. And they lead now by 22 points to 4 at the Barcaldine Goannas, and they get possession of the ball again. And Andrew Goodman on the first hit up of the next set. It was a pretty shallow kick there, and already Bear Goodman is out towards the 40-metre line on tackle number 1, so they're starting to steamroll it now. This is big Michael Aylett out on that right side, and a big run by Cracker. He's put to ground about 5 metres short of the halfway line. They go to that right side again where they've been peppering them all night, but Joe Hoff this time has been pushed back by the Ilfracombe defence. He hasn't had much luck tonight, Joe Hoff. His goal kicking's been very, very good. The attack from all the Barcaldine players has been pretty good. It's hard to say who's their best player out on the field tonight because they've all been doing their job. Raymond Scott's put this down, but he was under some attention by Scott Stewart, and he's already had a run in thus far tonight with Lyle Balderson, so he's got the fire boiling in the belly. And Raymond just walked away from that, not interested. And why would you bother to be when you're up by 18 points on the scoreboard? There's no reason to get into fisticuffs. And the result of the first fight was the 10 minutes in the semi. What's happened there? The lock forward standing out of the scrum, and as the ball was about to be put in, he's raced in. That's what it appeared. And I think they got a lock in there, but I'm not sure what Darren Hogue was getting at when he raced in towards the base of the scrum. Might have been trying to do the same thing that he did when they scored the first try, but that seems like a long time ago. And when you can't catch a football, Steve Ramsey on this occasion, he puts it down. And the Ilfracombe side's squandering some sort of opportunity they might have had. Moving it down that left side, and the scrum will be fed by the Barcaldine Goannas. They lead the grand final 22 points to 4, and the scrum is about to be fed by Liam Balderson. He gets it at the base of the scrum, and he sends the pass away, and the Barcaldine side are taken near the halfway line, tackle number 1. Back on the outside, he's been given 10. Well, the tackle on replay may be a little bit high, but it was a pretty solid hit. He was making his way across field, just folding the plane. He made the tackle and the swinging arm, and that's what he's sending him for. He's giving him 10 minutes in the segment for a swinging arm tackle there. Nolly Solomon. So not much luck going the way of the Ilfracombe Scorpions, and they're in big danger now. They trail by 22 points to 4. And the tap is about to be taken, and John Ross is going to be brought to ground eventually. He's only about 15 metres short of the line, a similar margin in from this near sideline. The ball has been played back, and sent away it goes now. And the Barcaldine side threatening danger again. They're only about 10 metres short of the line. They go to the right, and it's taken by Stacey Smith. Runs to the line, cuts out one, puts Raymond Scott on the saloon passage through to the try line. Well, he's just got the ball on his string tonight, Stacey Smith. Every time he's got the ball, he's been threatening danger. He cut one out, he just held it up, and the gap was there for Raymond Scott, who timed his run perfectly, and he went straight over to score. On replay, look at that. The decoy runner cut one out, and Raymond Scott, big gap there, and he he went straight through and untouched. He went to the try line and scored. And it's now starting to get out of reach. The conversion is about to be taken for the Barcaldine Goannas. They're in control of the grand final. They lead by 26 points to 4. And the conversion is successful. The flags have been raised and they are now clear. It's Barcaldine 28 leading Ilfracombe 4. And we're back underway now. They've had to do this on many an occasion tonight, and as per usual, the ball off the kick-off, it hasn't gone too far. It was a pretty shallow kick-off, and on tackle number 1 they're already 20 metres out from their own line. Michael Aylett's been effective out wide tonight, and he gets out of 1 or 2 tackles, and he shoulders out of another one. Does big cracker, and he's eventually put to ground, but they had to fight pretty hard to put him to ground. Johnny Walton, he's another player who's been very good for them tonight. He's lurked wide of the ruck, and he has made the Ilfracombe defence, he's kept them pretty honest out on the edges of the field, especially out on that right side. And Lyle Balderson wrestling with the Ilfracombe defence, and he's eventually put to ground as they come to the left now. And this is Stacey Smith. He's been their best player tonight. Beautiful ball around the corner. It goes to Raymond Scott, and he gets the pass away. And this is Jed Mitchell, and he's cut down only about 9 metres short of the line. Fantastic work again by Stacey Smith. Every time he's touched the ball, he's created an opportunity for the Goannas. John Ross is put to ground. He's only 4 or 5 metres short of the line. And that was on tackle number 6, and the Ilfracombe side get the turnover. I'm not quite sure whether they knew it was tackle number 6 or not. Big hit over the top there from the Goannas defence. We'll catch the number plate of him. It was John Ross, in fact, who was brought to ground. He didn't like being taken on tackle number 6 and have to be forced to give the ball to the other side, and he made up for it with that hit. It was very effective. It's Nathan Brotherton, the Ilfracombe fullback, tackled now about 25 metres out from his own line. Ben Ross gets the ball at first receiver, runs across field, but he's upended beautifully there by Liam Balderson. He's been good in attack and he's been good in defence, and he might have even dislodged the ball here. He in fact has, so it was a great tackle. And he's dislodged the ball. The Barcaldine defence very good tonight. Ben Ross losing the ball, one of his first offerings of the night, and he was put to ground. They've lost the ball, and the Goannas will get the scrum feed 30 metres out from the Ilfracombe line. They already lead 28 points to 4. Liam Balderson off the scrum base. He goes straight through, and eventually the player who he beat the first time was able to come back and grab him. That was Darren Hode once again, and a chance on that right side, but the ball has been put down by Lyle Balderson, and it was Stacey Smith who took it out of dummy half and looked to create more points on that right side, but the ball was knocked on by Lyle Balderson, but he did it under some pressure out there from the Ilfracombe defence, and that's something else that we haven't been seeing too much of tonight. They will win this scrum though, the Scorpions, and it's taken by Rob Taylor, but Stacey Smith, as we see there, good in defence. He's been sensational in attack tonight. He has been the Goannas' best player so far. Ben Ross out of dummy half, a little bit better this time. He holds onto the ball for his second run, and they go to the left now, and it's taken by Darren Hode. He runs across field and he beats one. That was a good dummy. He created the opportunity, turned the pass back on the inside, but Hancock's gone without it, and the Goannas on the counter attack now on that right side, and Lex McCracken getting away from one when he was taken around the neck, but it was just a lazy tackle. There was nothing in it, and the play has been allowed to keep going by the referee, and the Barcaldine side, they'll take the tackle about 25 metres out from the Ilfracombe line. There is Mark Odell with the pass. He swivels and he sends it back on that right side now, and this is John Ross. He's eventually taken to ground one-on-one by Leonard Herman, the big number 8 for the Ilfracombe side. They keep going that right side. They're trying to turn something on down there, and Joe Hoff has been put to ground. He's only about 6 metres short of the line. So another chance here for the Goannas. They already lead by 28 points to 4. They come on the left side. Stacey Smith, he looks to get through the gap, but he was ankle tapped from behind. It was a lovely tackle there, a try-saving ankle tap. I didn't quite catch the number plate, but they come on this left side now, the Goannas, and Jay Sabo is going to score on the corner. It's another try. Jay Sabo has crossed, and they now lead by 32 points to 4. On replays, we see out of dummy half, they move it towards the left. This was beautiful lead-up work with the pass out there. That was Mark Odell, and he put Jay Sabo on the saloon passage to the try line, and that's about the third time tonight that the Goannas have crossed, and the Ilfracombe side have not even been able to lay a hand on them. It's not just their third try; it's about their sixth of the night. But half of those occasions they've just crossed the line, and the Ilfracombe side has not laid a hand on them. And that just shows who is the better side out there tonight. They're just potent and attack the Goannas, and they are far too good for this Ilfracombe outfit. They lead by 32 points to 4, and the kick at goal has been waved away. So the Goannas maintain their lead. It is 28 points. And once again, the Ilfracombe Scorpions, they start proceedings once again, and the ball bounced up precariously there. It looked a bit of an opportunity for the Ilfracombe defenders who are coming down, but nothing could eventuate from it. That is in fact half-time. So in the 2001 Grand Final at half-time, it is 32 points to 4, Barcaldine lead Ilfracombe. We're underway for the second half, and the Goannas will get the ball. Joe Hoff had to play at that. He knocked it back, so there'll be no worries of a knock on there, and that went back no doubt. And Jed Mitchell with the next hit up. He goes out towards the 35-metre point where he's been put to ground. Mark O'Dell is waiting for it at dummy half, early stages of the second half. And the next hit up has been taken there by Joe Hoff. And he runs it out towards the halfway line, about 7 metres short of that point now. They come to the right. This is Stacey Smith, and he tries to get the arms free. He does. He gets the pass away to Jed Mitchell, who's been good tonight. He's been causing some problems for them around the ruck, and he gets out on the flanks, and he's been proving a menace for them so far tonight. Liam Balderson, who's been a menace all night, has got out of one tackle, got out of another, and he's gone charging downfield, and he put the accelerator down, and a big run of about 40 metres downfield. He's only 3 or 4 metres short of the line, and another chance here. They go to the right side. Lex McCracken, not much room to move. He tries to flick the pass back inside. It's gone out though, off Ilfracombe, not played at, and the Scorpions, that was in fact on the last tackle, so it will be a changeover, and the Ilfracombe side have got the ball now. Working out of their own area, that was Robbie Taylor out of dummy half, and he had a dart out towards the 25-metre point now. They're in deep trouble. They lead by 32 points to 4, Barcaldine. Ilfracombe trying to spark something here, and they move to the right, and this is Jason Richardson that's been tackled with the ball, and he's out towards the just short of the 40-metre line now as they come to the right, and Darren Ivers has got the ball, and he sets it up for Darren Hode. He's been dangerous out wide tonight, Hode, but he's been taken beautifully, and that might have even been a one-on-one strip out there by Jay Sabo. Fantastic work, but the referee has ruled that it's a knock-on by Barkey, I believe, which is a pretty poor ruling, I would have thought, because it looked as if it was a one-on-one rake, but in doing so, the one-on-one, it must have been knocked on by Jay Sabo, and he's obviously ruled that the Goannas had an advantage, but it wasn't really much of an advantage because they probably made about half a metre or a metre out of it, but this is what they need, Ilfracombe. They need some breaks to go their way. But they need a little bit more than that. They need themselves to pick up in intensity and trying to put something on. Alistair Warren tries to do something, and he got out of 2 or 3 tackles there before Mick Henson put him to ground. 32 points to 4, Barcaldine lead. The Scorpions move it to the left now, and they try and spark something out on this far side, but the Barkey defence is okay. And the Ilfracombe boys, they couldn't get anything going out on that far side. A bit of interference on the play of the ball, but nothing forthcoming as far as a penalty is concerned. And now they move it to the right, and a nice offload there by Darren Ivers gets it away to Darren Hode, but Hode has been put to ground now, and they've only just made their way into the Goannas territory. It goes to Noel Solomon. He puts the kick up. It goes high, and it's going to come down. Who's going to take it? The Goannas have got the ball, and that might have been Lexi McCracken coming across. It was, and he's about to play the ball back now, and he does so to Raymond Scott. He tries to outspeed the Ilfracombe defence. He couldn't get away from Rob Taylor, but he had assistance from one of the oncoming Ilfracombe defenders. It was Alistair Warren who put him to ground brilliantly, and he had to push and shove with Raymond Scott, but we've had 2 melees tonight. The boys are probably thinking to themselves, well, that's enough. We've had 3 players sin bin so far tonight. We don't want to see another one go. The ball played back now to Jed Mitchell, and he runs it up. In fact, it was played back to Mark O'Dell. Jed Mitchell was at first receiver. O'Dell again at dummy half. And this is Big Johnny Walton going up the field before he's been put to ground by the Ilfracombe defence. He's about 30 metres short of the line. They come to the right now, and this is Liam Balderson on the last tackle. He puts the kick up in the air. There's some pressure for the fullback, and he couldn't get it. He's knocked that on, I would say, the Ilfracombe player, and that's what Doug Gesh is ruling, a knock-on by Ilfracombe. Might not have even been the fullback. It might have been, or not the fullback as far as the program's concerned, but the fill-in fullback for the moment, Ben Ross. He's back there and jumper number 17, and he's dropped the ball. So a gift here for the Goannas, 5 metres out from the line, and they come to the right now through Lyle Balderson, and he pushes away from 1 or 2, goes for the line and puts it down. It's a try to Lyle Balderson. That was brilliant work. They came the right side, and he was fed. Guess who it was? Stacey Smith again gave him the pass. He got out of one tackle, stepped away from another, took on the last 2 defenders. He carried them across the line, and it's another try. They get the first try in the second half. And it's 36 points to 4 now. Barcaldine are blitzing the Scorpions on grand final night, and it seems oh so easy for them at the moment. They're just breaking them up at will, but they were handed that on a plate. Ben Ross dropped the ball at fullback, and once again Joe Hoff has made no mistake with the kick, and it is now 38 points to 4. The Goannas lead. Ilfracombe getting things underway. Haven't they done this a few times tonight? Barky boys just going through the motions at the moment. They're about to move the ball out from their own territory, and the ball's been passed back there to Johnny Ross. And he's been put to ground about 18 metres inside of this near touchline. Ball played back now to Mark Odell, and they come towards the centre of the ground. The Barcaldine player is tackled with the ball. That was Nathan Gums with his first offering of the night. He's come on for the first time in the second half, and he'll be out there looking to impress tonight, no doubt. And no selections or anything, as if it's there's a representative game coming up, because this is the last time they have to play a full 80 minutes of rugby league this year. They've been playing some good football tonight. They don't need to impress anyone. They've impressed everyone throughout the year. There's no need for doing any more of that tonight. And the kick was very good from the Barcaldine kickers down there, and the defence was very good. And the Ilfracombe boys, they're trying to get something going here, and coming out from their own area now, and this is Alistair Warren, who's been put down in a nice tackle. Good work there. His defence has been very good tonight. McHanson, he's made some very good tackles, and probably defensively he's been their best player out there tonight. Hasn't had much of the ball in attack, but he's been defending very well. And something trying to be clicked into gear here by the Ilfracombe side. A chip over the top, but nothing really coming out of that. Jay Sabo did well to come across, and he regathered the ball before he was put to ground. And coming out of dummy half there is Jed Mitchell, and he just about makes it into the Ilfracombe half. And this is big Andrew Goodman. He bounced off one. That was Jason Richardson. In fact, he couldn't hold on. Bear Goodman got him out of the way, and Mark Odell has a dart out of dummy half before he's been put to ground, about 30 metres short of the line. They come to the right now. This is Liam Balderson, Stacey Smith. This is Danny Arthur, and he gets the pass away, taken now by big Johnny Ross, and the play has been halted. Johnny Ross having a few pushes there with Glenn Ivers, but if I was Glenn, I wouldn't be pushing on too far, because he's about half the size of Johnny Ross. And they're still having a few words to each other, staring at each other, about to pack into the scrum pretty close. So are we nearing something else as far as a melee is concerned? The scrum is about to be fed, about 20 metres out from the Ilfracombe line, 20 metres inside of this western touchline, the near touchline, as we view proceedings head on here from the northern end of the ground. And they come to the right now. Something happening out here for Ben Ross, but he hasn't had much luck. He's tried to spark something, but the defence has been good on him tonight. And the Ilfracombe attack out there is, well, it's not really penetrating much at all. And it looks like they've lost the ball again, have they? Not quite sure what the ruling is here. He's in fact got his arms up in the air. The referee, Doug Gesh, to rule time off. And it's going to allow all the players to have a bit of a breather. And the trainer is rushing out. One of the Barcaldine players is down. And play getting back underway now after a bit of a stoppage. And they come to this left side, and Alistair Warren almost went without the ball. He did well. Went behind him, but he did well to drag it in. and Ilfracombe trying to get something going here, but they are down 38 points to 4. Something promising there, but the defence is very good. Darren Ho stepped off the left boot, but he was thundered into the ground. The Goannas defence has been menacing out there tonight. They've got something else going down this left side. That was Rob Taylor, who was brought to ground about 22 metres out from the Goannas goal line. And something happening here. That was 6. So the ball will turn over. The Barcaldine Goannas have got the ball now. And Liam Balderson making about 5 or 6 metres up the middle of the ruck, and there's Andrew Goodwin right up the centre of the field. He's been brought to ground about 12 metres short of the halfway line. The ball is played back now, and they send it out to the left, the Goannas, and they're edging towards that halfway line once again, edging towards Ilfracombe territory, and more danger is about to come the way of the Scorpions. And the ball there from Liam Balderson, he turned it back on the inside, and it was taken by Jed Mitchell. He was put to ground as they move it to the right. Stacey Smith kicking on tackle number 4, and it goes down towards the wing there of one of the fellas who scored earlier for the Ilfracombe side, Matt Young. He got the pass away to his fullback, and he linked up again, and Matty Young was put to ground. Coming out of dummy half now. They're trying to spark something here, the Ilfracombe side, but they're struggling to do so. They're about 33 metres out from their own line now. He's been trying hard tonight, has Darren Ivers, and a couple of passes away. Down the left side goes Robbie Taylor. He's away. Robbie Taylor will be able to go all the way, has to step back on the inside. He beat Raymond Scott, but the couple of fence was good, and Ilfracombe put him to ground. He's only 9 metres short of the line. Now they come out of dummy half through Darren Hyde. They swing it out to the right through Nolly Solomon, and out there there also was Steve Ramsey, and they're cut down about a metre short of the line. The Ilfracombe defence, the Barcaldine defence, and they're over. The Scorpions have scored. We've waited a while for it, but they've put it down. Alistair Warren out of dummy half, and he's put it down. They're all pointing to each other saying, you've got him, but no one said I've got the hooker. And Alistair Warren dived out of dummy half. He put it down, and it's 38 points to 8 now. The Barcaldine Goannas are well and truly on top here tonight. The 30-point lead, and the kick from it's an awful kick from the Scorpions. That's missed by a long way. And as soon as they left the boot, it was always going to be sprayed out to the left. Not sure where the Ilfracombe kicker's got the radar pointing, but it's nowhere near the goalposts. They're underway again, proceedings kicking off. Another set here, another defensive raid, and they've dropped the ball, have they, off the kick-off? It would appear that way. Alistair Warren threw the ball away in disgust, and it looks as if that the Barcaldine side are going to get another chance. The scrum is about to be fed, only 10 metres out from the Scorpions' goal line. And it's 38 points to 8. Liam Balderson's been given the ball, and he's about to feed it. And the scrum has been fed and won. And Danny Arthur's come out of the back of the scrum, and he's bumped one defender out of the on the ground, about 3 or 4 metres short of the line. They switch it to the left now, and the ball has been put down by Barkey. So it looked as if they had another move coming on that left side, but it has been dropped. So the Ilfracombe side will get the scrum feed, and it has been fed and won by Darren Ivers for Ilfracombe, and he beats one, he's shouldered out of another, and he gets the pass away. He's been pretty effective tonight, the halfback for the Ilfracombe side, Darren Ivers. He's created a few problems for them, but there's no one else that wants to put their hand up and do something for them. It's only been just basically Darren Ivers. He's had a good game. Robbie Taylor and Tom Elliott have played okay for Ilfracombe, but there's just not enough match winners out there, and they've turned the ball over again here. And the Barcaldine side already 30 points in front. They want to make sure that they can put some more points on the board here, and trying to barge out of another tackle there was John Ross. He gets the pass away, beautifully unloaded, turned back on the inside down to Danny Arthur, and he gets the pass away. They're offloading at will here, the Goannas. Lex McCracken's eventually been put to ground. He's about 20 metres short of the line. Bear Goodman waits for it at dummy half, and he sends it out to the left through Liam Balderson. He gets the pass away now. Flick pass out the back. In fact, it's been held onto there. The Barkey player was trying to get the pass out the back, but he held on to it. Jed Mitchell. Now here comes Liam Balderson again up the centre of the ruck, but he's been put down in a brilliant tackle. That was Ben Ross. He lifted Liam Balderson and put him down. Here comes Stacey Smith again. He gets the pass away. The wrap around with Danny Arthur and Stacey Smith. A long pass. It goes out towards Lex McCracken, but he's been barreled into touch. The pass might have even been forward. And it will be an Ilfracombe ball. And it obviously was not a forward pass, but the Barcaldine side winger was barreled into touch. And this is Darren Ivers again, creating some more troubles up the front at the front of the scrum. And what's happened here? It's a penalty to Ilfracombe. The markers maybe not square, or the defence was offside, but a much needed penalty there for the Ilfracombe side. And they get the play up towards the Barcaldine 30-metre line, and it's 38 points to 8 now. The Ilfracombe side lead, and the ball's been tapped and sent away, and they've knocked it on. Well, how about that? On the first play, the ball has been knocked on, tapped, and I think it was Leonard Herman who was actually running onto the ball. It was tapped by Glenn Ivers, and Herman put it down, and they couldn't even hold it for one tackle. So that's pretty poor from the Ilfracombe side. That's why they're getting pretty much thrashed here tonight. They've been behind from the word go. They were down only by 2 points earlier in the night. Maybe they were going to make a game of it, but that notion didn't last for too long. And once the melee started, Ilfracombe sort of switched off. They had their mind on other things, and the Barcaldine side have run them ragged here tonight. Out on that left side, their defence has been okay tonight. Ilfracombe, they've been defending pretty well, at least in the second half. They've only let one try in. They have in fact scored one themselves. Going straight through there is Lyle Balderson off a lovely pass, and he comes to the end line defence, and he's eventually been put to ground, the last line of defence. And on the last tackle, they go to the right now, and this is Stacey Smith. He puts the grubber through, but it's been fielded nicely there from Robbie Taylor, I think it was, for the Ilfracombe Scorpions, and he'll play the ball about 7 metres out from his own line. And Ilfracombe working out of their own danger zone now. That was tackle number 2, and the touch judges come in. About to see something happen here. Danny Arthur looks as if he may be in trouble. Dougie Gesh is talking to him. It's another sin bin. Another sin bin. So 10 minutes in bin for Danny Arthur. I'm not quite sure what that was for. He came over the top of the Ilfracombe player. That's what it might have been for a late tackle. It might have even been a swinging arm player that was on the ground, but outside of that, there appeared to be anything wrong with it. The touch judge came in. That's obviously what he's been pinned for. So the Ilfracombe side get another penalty. They've been getting penalties. He's way off the field. He's not mucking around. He's running straight off. And they'll probably miss him out there defensively. And will certainly miss him out there in his attack. We've got another penalty here, the Ilfracombe side. They've been getting plenty of penalties in this second half. They need to use the ball. They've got the field position. They're only about 25 metres out from the Barcaldine line. They need to do something with it. It's 38 points to 8 in the grand final. Barcaldine lead. It's been tapped by Noel Solomon. He sends the pass away. It went out in front of the Ilfracombe player at first. They mouth and off now from Gordon. So Goannas and the Ilfracombe Scorpions have got another penalty. They're only about 9 metres short of the line. Probably about ready to score here, the Ilfracombe Scorpions. They're only now about 4 or 5 metres out, just in front of us now. They go to the right. It's been taken there by Alistair Warren. He got out of one. He looks to get out of another. He throws a silly pass away. They didn't really need to be thrown. They come out to this left side now. Something's on. Noel Solomon throws the balloon pass over the top, and tackled about 9 metres short of the line now. And that was Rob Elliott. It's played back to David Hancock, and he sends the pass away on Noel Solomon. A long ball out taken by Darren Hode. Hode, a long pass away taken now by Ben Ross. They had a bit of an overlap. He eventually got the pass away. Hode was there to pick it up, but they've lost ground. They're about 10 metres short of the line. Ilfracombe trying to put some respectability into this grand final. A long pass there from Darren Hode. The flick pass inside. It went forward. And they never really had control over the football. It was just thrown all over the place. No one was really wanting to put a play on the board and do something with it. They weren't able to really trouble the Barcaldine defence, who just kept their line. And they've defended pretty well tonight. This is Lance Falker, who's been sparingly used tonight, but the little part of the game that he's been on the field, he's done plenty of work and he's been pretty effective out there. Mark Odell, as he always does towards the end of matches, out of dummy half, he makes some yards. Nathan Gums again out of dummy half, and just as I say, Lancey Volker has had a bit of a quiet night. He makes a big hit up, makes about 7 or 8 metres up the centre of the ruck. This is Raymond Scott, the fullback, and on the left boot he puts the kick downfield. What's going to come from this? It's going to go out towards the wing there of David Hancock, and he takes the ball and didn't really get much assistance from his teammate down there, and he was forced to take the tackle. And out of dummy half now, the Ilfracombe Scorpions. Not a good shoulder, a good run there by, it might have been Benny Ross, and he got out towards the 30-metre line. Ball's being played back now. This is Alistair Warren, and a good run by Warren. He got away from one, he looks to get away from another, he gets another pass away, and it's taken there by Glenn Ivers. All the Ilfracombe boys got their hands up in the air. It's no Shepherd. Steve Ramsey also had a bit to do with that play. We've got another penalty happening here. There's a player down in back play. It's a Barcaldine player, and quite sure who it is, but the referee is coming across, and the two Barkey trainers are attending to the injured player, so this is going to give the boys some time to regroup. And they're carrying Johnny Walton, I think it is, off the field for a check-up on that injury. So making the tackle, obviously he's done something there, so let's hope everything is a-okay. So it appears from here as if it may be a knee injury. That's where the danger might have been in that injury. So let's hope everything's okay there with Johnny Walton. Now Ilfracombe with that injured player, they try and catch the Barcaldine side napping on that far side. They haven't been able to do that at all tonight. And just in front of that Coca-Cola tent, the Ilfracombe boys trying to get something going. On the last tackle they come to the left. Noel Solomon, his kicking game, well, hasn't really produced much tonight. This might produce something though. Raymond Scott, he couldn't get over and get the ball, and it's bounced up to the Scorpions, and it's going to be a try here. Darren Over's going to run around and score for Ilfracombe. He gets within about 15 metres to the right of the upright. So just as I say, Noel Solomon's kicking game's been off the mark here. That was a good bomb, a towering bomb. It swelled up in the air. Raymond Scott tried to get across and get on the full. He couldn't, and the bounce sat up for the Ilfracombe players, and going over the score was Darren Code. So it's now 38 points to 12 in favour of Barcaldine. They're in no danger of defeat. They're 26 points in front, but Ilfracombe, they lead the second half 8 points to 4. They've put 2 tries to 1 on. That kick once again is pretty poor. It's out to the left. It is no goal. The goal kicking has been pretty poor here tonight, the Ilfracombe, but they don't really need the goal kicking. It's not. They don't need to stress on it tonight. They're down 38 points to 12. If the game was a little bit closer and it came down to goal kicking, they'd be in some trouble. On the other hand, Joe Hoff has been pretty consistent for the Barcaldine side, and even on the kick-off there, the ball sort of bounced up, and it even appeared to bounce back towards the oncoming Sango and his players, and Ilfracombe being pushed back in attack here. That's on about tackle number 3. They're only about 8 or 10 metres out from their own line. Just trying to work it out of their own area here. This is Leonard Herman with the knee guard on, and he's been taken to the ground. They come out to this left side now. Darren Ivers has been good tonight. He sends the pass away, taken by Alistair Warren, and he steps off the left foot, but he's been taken to ground in good Sangoana's defence. Played back to Glenn Ivers, and he gets the pass away now, taken by Darren Ivers. And they move it down this right side again, but it's been intercepted out there by Lance Falker, trailing the play. He did well. They tried to put something on that right side. The flick pass, and went straight to the trailing Barcaldine player, Lance Falker, in the right place at the right time. So another chance here for the Sangoanas. This is Joe Hoff for the next hit up, and he's taken to ground about 22 metres short of the Ilfracombe line. Balderson out of dummy half. He's very quick off the left foot. He's beaten 3 there. He comes to the line, throws the pass away. Raymond Scott is almost over the line. He's only about 1 metre short, and he plays plays it back. They're trying to go for a barge over try, nothing on the offering. And Raymond Scott, who was tackled previously, will now go into dummy half, and he quickly gets the ball away, taken by Joe Hoff, and Hoff sends it away to Stacey Smith. He gets it to Lance Volker. He throws the pass away, but Johnny Ross has put it down, and they probably would have scored on that far side. Jay Sabo was unmarked out on the left, but nothing was going to trouble the scoreboard attendance here on that occasion. And another mistake from Ilfracombe. Barkey trying to put some more points on the board. They lead by 38 points to 12. The ball is about to be played back now to Mark O'Dell, and he sends the pass out on the right side, taken by Stacey Smith. A long ball away to Lex McCracken. Kraken flirting with the sideline, and he's put it down for a try, I think. No, the touchy's flag's gone up. A delayed reaction there from the touch judge, and Lex McCracken might have done something to the ankle. He appeared to be hobbling on his way back towards the Barcaldine defensive line. This is Darren Ivers again out of the scrum, and he's been picked up and thrown into the ground by Mick Hansen. 10 out of 10 defensive wise for Mick Hansen. He's been very good tonight. He's kept the Ilfracombe points down, and he's done it very well. Alistair Warren's knocked on. So their errors have been pretty high tonight, Ilfracombe. And their scoreboard exemplifies that. They trail 38 points to 12. This is Liam Balderson, and he's been put to ground eventually. And Mark O'Dell waits for it out of dummy half. The marker surely wasn't square there. The ball was dislodged. Barkey dived on it. Should be 6 to go, if anything, or was it knocked on by Barkey? I'm not quite sure what the call is. It will be an Ilfracombe feed. It was knocked on by Mark O'Dell at a dummy half, but it should have been a penalty to the Sango, and as Jamie Campbell, for mine, wasn't square at marker. But it's not going to make too much difference. Let's see if Darren Ivers can cause a couple of more problems here. He once again comes out of dummy out of the scrum, and he throws the pass away, but he doesn't have a run for himself this time. He tries to link up out wide and create some problems out there, and Tom Elliott was put to ground. They come to towards the centre of the ground now, and the Ilfracombe side not really penetrating too much, and put to ground there was the captain, Jason Richardson. This is Jamie Campbell out on the left side, and he gets a good pass away now, and they've got something happening out on this left side. This is Robbie Taylor, and Taylor trying to step off the left foot before he was put to ground. David Hancock is waiting for it out of dummy half, and he gets the pass away now, taken by Alistair Warren. Turned back on the inside now, and Jamie Campbell is there, and he's thrown to ground. They're about 35 metres short of the line, 16 metres inside this near touch line. What's the call? The referee has blown the whistle. Play has stopped. The players have all milled around an Ilfracombe injured player by the looks of things. And let's hope that there was no worries there. That might even be Darren Ivers, the halfback, and Lyle Balderson's been given another talk to by Dougie Guess. And no sit being this time. He was previously given 10 minutes in the bin earlier tonight, but no marching orders or anything on this occasion. And Darren Ivers is making his way off the field now, and it's going to be an Ilfracombe penalty by the looks of things. It's going to be Alistair Warren to kick it dead, not kick it dead, to kick it into touch, I should say. Let's hope for Ilfracombe's sake that he doesn't kick it dead, and he doesn't. He puts it into touch. They'll have the tap 25 metres out from the Barcaldine line. They don't drop it this time on the first, or before the first, I should say. Last time they got a penalty down this end of the ground, but Jamie Campbell makes no mistake on the first hit up. He's put to ground. He's only about 15 metres short of the line. A floating pass out of dummy half. Didn't really give the first receiver much chance. But they have made some ground in that. They're only about 12 metres short of the line. Good run there by Jason Richardson. Now out to the right they go. Causing more problems out there was Darren Hode. He'd tried to link up with a couple of his centres, and he's eventually been taken to ground, and he might have lost the ball. I think he has. Danny Arthur out there. And out of dummy half goes Lyle Balderson, and he's been put to ground. So a bit of a movement happening out there for Ilfracombe, but it was snuffed out pretty quickly, and Andrew Goodman gets the Barcaldine attack out beyond the 20 metre mark now, and it's about to go out towards the 30-metre line at this present moment. On about tackle number 3, they come to the right. This is Stacey Smith, and Smith runs to the line. Raymond Scott was charging through behind him as he put the kick down. Pressure here for the Ilfracombe fullback, but he's done brilliantly there, Darren Hancock. He's run across field and he's taken it, and the two Barcaldine players that were coming down, Mick Hanson and Raymond Scott, they didn't lay a hand on him, and he went down this blind side before he was put to ground. Some good solid defence there from the Barcaldine boys. They put Rob Taylor to ground pretty heavily, and that's about tackle number 3 now. They're about 40 metres out from their own line. Not sure what happened there. It's been knocked on, I would have to say, there by Glenn Ivers. But they looked as if there may have been some interference on the play of the ball, and that looks as if what the referees ruled, it's a penalty to the Scorpions by the looks of things. And the tap has been taken by Jason Richardson. He sends Darren Hode forward, and he gets the pass away taken there by Tom Elliott, and he got out of one tackle. And what's happened there? Lyle Wallison's put the jersey around the eyes of one of the Ilfracombe players. The Ilfracombe player didn't like it, and he dropped the ball forward. Must have been a bit of tactics in that. And the Barcaldine side, good ploy there by Lyle Balderson, probably knows every trick in the book. And the Barcaldine side, they move it out from their own territory, and they're approaching the halfway line. Some interference in the play of the ball. Come on, sir, says the Barcaldine captain Danny Arthur. He probably had the right for a penalty there, but it wasn't forthcoming on this occasion. But it'll make no difference as to the result of the grand final. It's 38 points to 12. The Barcaldine Goannas are home and hosed, and this is Lyle Balderson. He's dropped the ball. And Jason Richardson, he's been a little bit quiet in the second half. The last couple of sets for the Scorpions, he's made some good hit-ups though. And the Ilfracombe side, they haven't had too many players out there tonight that have decided to throw their arm up and take on this Barcaldine side, because they've been just superior throughout the game. And this is Tom Elliott, another fantastic run straight up the middle of the field, beat about 3 or 4 defenders, and he gets to within 18 metres of the Barcaldine goal line. Played back now to Steve Ramsey, and he goes to the right side, and the ball's been turned back to Jamie Campbell. He gets the pass away to Ivers, he gets it away to Hode, and he gets the pass away and wide to Darren Hancock, and Hancock has been put to ground. He's about 9 metres short of the line on that far side. It's about to be played back now to Glenn Ivers, and he gets away to Darren Ivers. Long pass away now, and they might score out on this left side. It goes from Rob Taylor. Out it goes now, and the Ilfracombe defence, they're about 8 metres short of the Barcaldine line now. 2 metres inside of this near touch line as they come to the right now, and the ball's been put down by Richardson. He had his back to the Barcaldine goal line, but the ball was propelled forward. That constitutes a knock on, and the Sangoannas have it now 12 metres out from their own line. This has been a pretty scrappy second half. There's been a bit of drop ball, and since half time at 32 points to 4 at half time, and we now have a scoreline of 38 points to 12. So we've had 3 tries scored. None of those tries were converted, and Ilfracombe lead the second half, in fact, by 8 points to 4. But the Sangoannas have set this premiership win up in the first half. They've played very well, and they set the big lead up, and they're holding on to the big lead too. They've only let 2 tries in, and they've scored 1 for themselves in this second half. And they've got a move going out to the left side now, but it's been snuffed out well by Jamie Campbell. And the Barcaldine side have turned it over here. I think it might have been a forward pass, because it looks as if the Ilfracombe side are going to have the scrum feed. That's what Dougie Guess is ruling. Not sure what it must have been, a forward pass. It might have been a knock on a dummy half, I'm not quite sure. But it's not going to make too much difference, because Ilfracombe have made a habit tonight of being given an opportunity, and they've put it down a few times when they've been given a chance. On the other hand, when Ilfracombe have given the Barcaldine boys a shot, they've just put it straight into points on numerous occasions tonight. When they've been given a chance, they've capitalised. They lead by 38 points to 12, well into this second half. That scrum got skewed sidewards, and the Ilfracombe side have got the ball out there, and they won the scrum, albeit just, because the Barcaldine boys put a big push on. And the first tackle there out on that far side, about 10 metres inside of the touchline. Now they come all the way from the right side to the left side, and Tom Elliott has the ball. He gets away from one. He tries to flick past it back inside. He does so to Darren Ivers, and he gets it away now. And the ball there is there with Alistair Warren up the centre of the field, and he's going to be put to ground eventually, and Joe Hoff was there with Raymond Scott to put him to ground. Now they come out to this right side, and a big run by Jamie Campbell, and Campbell gets within about 13 or 14 metres short of the line. Played back now, they go on that right side. Darren Hode puts the kick through, he's firing it through, and he's got the try. Darren Hode has scored. That was a very good try by the Ilfracombe lock. He's put the kick through, and he's followed it through, and he's put it down. So the late spoils are going to the Scorpions. They put some good moves together, and it's 38 points to 16 now to the Barcaldine Goannas. And Ilfracombe starting to, they've been playing some good football in the second half, but they're too far behind to pull something out of the fire. And the kick's been successful, and they're back to 38 points to 18 now. Barcaldine well in control of this 2001 Central West Grand Final in front of a pretty big crowd. A couple of special guests from the Cowboys here to watch this game, and they're sitting over there underneath the Coca-Cola tent, enjoying it, I would say. It's a bit of a cold night here. The action's kept them pretty warm, and they're pretty close to the action out on that far side of the field. They can get pretty close to it. It's a different view. The public generally see just the view from the Ted Seavey stand, which is on the western side of the ground. The Coca-Cola tent has been pitched over on that left side from where we view it. That's the eastern side of the ground, and they're seeing a different view as to what most other people are. And it's pretty good watching it. You can get pretty close over there also. And the Barcaldine side, they're just going through the motions, or they were going through the motions. A few fisticuffs there with Mick Hansen. And it's our third melee of the night over on this right side. Mick Hansen is there punching away with a few other players, but the ball has been shifted out to this right side by the Ilfracombe side, and that is it. It is full time. And a fight just at the end of it to finish it off. And at full time, the Barcaldine Goannas have defeated the Ilfracombe Scorpions by 38 points to 18 after leading at half-time 32 points to 4. The second half was a bit scrappy. The Goannas only put one try on the board. They're always in control of this. There's Lyle Alderson on screen. He was sent to the sin bin once tonight, but we won't reflect on anything bad out of this game. And I certainly don't think he will either. The crowd enjoying themselves out in the centre of the field. There's Joe Hoff. His goal kicking tonight was first class. Lex McCracken was good out on the wing. Danny Arthur, as per usual, put some good moves together. He's been interviewed there by the Radio 4LG. He's obviously got the Man of the Match award, Danny Arthur. And it's not probably no surprise that he's got that award. Danny has played very good football throughout the year, and he's led them to yet another grand final here tonight. He's played very well. They obviously had some plans before the match for him to link up out on that right side with Lex McCracken.
Of the Barcaldine Sand Dragons, a great win here tonight, the 2001 Premiership. You must be happy with the way the night went with the whole team.
Yeah, very impressed, especially the first half. The boys really dug in for the first 40. We set a real good pace, and just unfortunate for Ilfracombe was a tough run.
It was a match that really started off as a fairly even, constant test. The Ilfracombe Scorpions put on a try just after yours, so it could have gone anyway, but then you managed to put on a few more tries and seal the match up fairly early.
Yeah, they've been a good side for it all year, even when they were playing B grade, to not drop off and to hit back hard and make sure that you work for the full 80.
There's a few, I guess, negative incidents there, a few punch-ups there, which thankfully didn't continue on to the second half.
Yeah, it was a bit spiteful, but I think it comes down to, like, there's a lot of frustration and a lot of time that we spend around the year. At least no one got hurt. Like, it's not a real good thing for rugby league, I suppose, but I think it's somewhat part of the game.
In the second half, whilst you had a commanding lead, sort of the points stopped coming. They dried up a bit, and Ilfracombe managed to get a few more tries on you.
Yeah, well, all credit to them. They never give up. Especially like 30 points to 4 at half time. You can see a lot of lesser sides or even better sides give up, but no, full credit to Ilfracombe. They don't give up until the heat is gone.
Well, on tonight's performance, any particular players on your side that you thought deserve a special mention?
I think young Andy Goodman, he's only 19-year-old, played Capras this year, and for a big burly front rower, he's doing real well.
Well done on tonight's performance. Congratulations, Premiers in 2001.
Right, thanks very much.
Thank you, Brad. Ladies and gentlemen, certainly a pleasure once again to present Barcaldine on your grand final night. I'd like to thank the committee of the Barcaldine Rugby League for inviting me. And I'd also like to say congratulations to Barcaldine on their 4th win and commiserations to Ilfracombe. It's been a pretty tough season out here for us, I realise that. And I think Ilfracombe in particular has been congratulated on making the grand final. Unfortunately, all the areas in Central West don't have the same administration as you people have here in Barcaldine, and I've no doubt that's the reason why we've been so successful. We are concerned at state level of the game in general, and I think even though we do tough on the coast, you're doing very tough out here, but there are better times ahead, we know, and I would just like to once again congratulate Barcaldine and look forward to seeing you again next week.
Carrigan to say a few words on behalf of Central West.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Ron. Thanks everyone for turning up today. It's a great day through the juniors, right through to the St Brendan's games, and then on to the grand final. Commiserations to Ilfracombe right through to the end, and I'm sure they'll be back next year. Congratulations to Barcaldine. Very good win. Most of all, I'd like to thank the crowd today for, we had under 7s right through to the A grade tonight. A lot of the under 7 people travelled a long way, like some Tambo, Wick, and they went home. Carry on. One of their games again. I'm sure the kids really appreciate that. And a big thanks to
they just love your hair. You said chicks dig it. Forever, baby.
No, mate,
Georgie reckons you did up on the clubhouse, mate.
you want to see something? John, stay around for a few hours.
I'd now like to call on Cheryl Power to present the Bleacher Shield to Blackwell President Kevin Hoff.
Turn around, Hoffy.
I'd like to thank Cheryl for presenting the Common Trophy for Blackwell. This trophy means a lot to Blackwell. Tommy was a Winton boy. He was in Blackwell when he tragically got killed. He was a big part of Blackwell football. So to us, he's come home. On behalf of the Blackwell side, I'd like to thank both teams, Ilfracombe, Barcaldine and Longridge, for welcoming us back in the competition. It's been a tough year for us, bit of a learning curve, but we'll be back next year. To Barcaldine, congratulations on your win. You deserve it, you've been front runners all year. To Ilfracombe, hold your head high, it was a great final. There's plenty of good young footballers in the Central West, so we've just got to bring them through, keep working on them, and we've got a good competition. Thanks all the people, thank you.
Now I'd like to call on John Buttigieg to give us a hand to present the medallions to the premiers. Jump down. Can we have the coach, the trainer and the club president as well, please, for Barcaldine?
Yeah, especially after David said. English.
First,
we're going to line up in a minute.
Rugby boys, well played. The other boys, Scorpions, well played team boys. It was a really good game. Bit of fire in there, that's good to see. It's good to see all the support come out too. Everyone still supporting their teams, which is really good. And hopefully the rugby league in the countries can stay on and get stronger, which is a real big boost for rugby league. So, and now you're going to announce the man of the match, which was number 8, Andrew Goodwin.
We've seen a lot of young players come through. Still a lot of old heads running around. Without them, we wouldn't have a competition. But it come down to a very close vote this year, and I'd call on Andrew Goodman again to come back up here, and Andy Walker from Blackhall. They share the votes. All the coaching and all the supporters, really good.
Hold your trophies up. Yeah, you're getting lights out of those towers.
US, we reckon we're going to do it next year, so it was, as was the Players Award, this is very close as well, and it went down to 1 or 2 votes between the winner and 2 or 3 other players. But the winner from year 2001 is Darren Idris from Ilfracombe.
Anyway, just like to thank everybody this year. Can't wait about it. And just personally, the Ilfracombe Scorpions, you're on your lads, put a good effort in, and proud of you.
Thanks. I'd like to thank the Ilfracombe boys for a good hard season, and the Blackhall boys too. Even though we've been the sort of front runners, we know we get a fair dinkum game every game we play against both teams. But as I said, we're hoping we get Lawrence back and Rent back next year. But our boys, congratulations, fellas. You've worked hard at training all year, and it's just a reward for your efforts. Thank you. And the crowd. It's an old cliche again, but without the crowd, we get no football out here. And it's good to see us out here on a cold night, and he's been here all year, so thanks again, eh?
Did we win? We shit! And in the Tri Nations set, it's 14-all with a minute to go.
Snappy selected varieties